Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I've had a think about my schedule and I have decided that I'm going to make a junk mail journal. Now, I've seen this being made on Izzybee Crafts, so I'm going to follow along with her tutorial, which I think she did around about 4 months ago, and I've seen other people make these, including Tanya at Tatty Treasure. I've got a lot of junk mail envelopes, which I've been collecting, and I think I'll have to stop now for a bit because I've got so many. So this is what we're going to do. So I followed episode 1 and Izzybee Crafts. I think her name's Izzy, I'm not sure. Apologies, Izzy, or Izzybee Crafts if that isn't your actual name. So what she did was she took a random mix of envelopes. Okay, so let's take these apart. So we've got, all mine are cut along the top. That's how I open the mail these days, and I've kind of trained my husband to do the same so that we don't ruin them. And what we did is she's taken I've just written this down. So she had 4 of these A5 size envelopes with windows, and she had 3 of the small long narrow envelopes with windows. And all we do is we fold them so that the window is center, really. So you want to fold yours like this down here. So that's where I folded mine. So this will be the outside cover, the inside cover of the envelope pieces. So I folded it there. So I'm following her more or less exactly. So she said, let's have a pocket on the inside. So that's what I've done. I folded it that way, so there's a pocket there, but you could have yours the other way round if you want. And then she alternated with a long narrow one. Again, each one is folded so that the window is in the center like that. So you've more or less got the same width here and here. Okay, so that one is going to go in there, and it doesn't matter where they sit along here. So then we've got another A5, and again folded so the window's in the center, and I'm having that one there. And then I've got this one with the window on that side. It's a long window, so I have folded it like that. And another A5. This one was a ballot, like a local council ballot, and I totally forgot to fill it in because I opted for postal ballots and I never did it. I'm ashamed to say. Just totally forgot. Put it on the side, totally forgot until the polling day was over. But this has got 2 lovely little windows in it, so I've picked that one for that reason. So that one's going to go there like that. Okay, and then we've got another one here with an window there, and lastly another one to match this one. You don't have to, it's just that I happen to have 2 very similar. So okay, so that's how we've got it, and that's all she has put in hers, because as she said, when you start putting ephemera in and things like that and collaging all these bits, they are going to get quite meaty. So I'm just going to bone fold her along this crease, because on some of them there's already was a crease. So I don't want this crease, I want this one. And again, just checking which crease. So I want this crease, so just giving that a good bone folder down. So I hope you can all see me okay. I've been fiddling around a bit with the camera, trying to get a good angle. I thought I was up too high, in previous videos, so I pulled it down for the last video I did, and then when I played it back, it was okay actually. It was one of the altered book episodes. It was all right. I did forget on one occasion to make sure I was in camera, in view, and I wasn't quite. But the only thing with having it low, kind of, I found, is that it picks up the sound really loudly. I could hear all this banging, like dull thudding kind of going on, and my neighbour's having his kitchen done, and they're still there 2 weeks down the line, and I think it was picking up some of the noise from round there, because he's next door, and I'm in the spare room at the front of the house, and the kitchens are at the front of the house as well, so it's the room over the kitchen, so I'm kind of right next door to his. Okay, so once you've folded them like that, kind of have them where you want them. I think I might have that one kind of further up, so I just want to look and see where the windows are. So we've got a window there, no windows, no windows, so it seems as though all the windows are on the other side. Now I don't really want that, so leaving that one there, I think we're going to fold this one back, so I don't want to take too long doing this, so I just unfold it the other way around. So I want a window there, and that's okay, and then I think we'll do the same with this one, so we'll just crease that there, so that we have a window there. So that's better, I think. That's fine. I'm sure it's going to work out fine. I've never made one of these, so it's a very new experience. Right, okay, so again, just make sure you've got them in the position along here where you want them. Maybe have that one a bit higher. That crease is there, like that. And right, okay, so the next thing that she did was she took a piece of Amazon packaging. This is one of their A3s, so I'm just going to dismantle it and open it out. So I'm just going to get my letter opener down there and try and open that up if I can. Like so. Right, okay, so we'll use this piece. I'm just going to cut down here, and I don't know if you're familiar with Amazon packaging. I mean, I've used quite a bit. I've kept a lot as well, so there's always like a little fold on all around the inside, so we want to cut that down. So I think we'll use the trimmer for this. Just want to cut around those, cut on the inside of those folds. Then we want a piece, so I've taken a fold off there and there, so we want a piece that's going to fit this, your biggest envelope, you know, your widest point. So okay, I think I will just go for that. So Just draw a line there and there so you know how much you're going to need. So you want to cut it that way. I don't know if this, let's just take this end off. So we want a long piece that is going to, I think, be the length of this. Right, and you have to just finish that by hand. It's not quite long enough, the scope of the blade. All right, okay, so let's have a look now. Bring back our envelopes so that we've got it like that. We've only got a tiny kind of little bit round, so I'm going to fold it now at this edge here. This is where I made the other line, so get that straight. There's my line. Just going to bring that up, put this back in, making sure that we've still got plenty. Fold this over. Okay, that's not like a proper fold really. Now this is uneven, this end. Okay, so all I want to do is I want to know where to cut it, so I'm going to cut it there. Okay. Just put that away and bring this guillotine out. Okay, so this is quite thick actually, much thicker than I expected it to be. This is one of their A3, yes, so A3, each one of their packages, as you probably know, has a number on it. So that's not quite, I'm sure that's out slightly up here. Okay. So we'll bring back the paper trim up and we'll have to just make sure that is evened up if we can on here. Okay. That's just a slither is all I wanted to take off. Okay. Okay, so we've got to try and fold this a bit better. Gosh, it's very thick. Goodness me, struggling with this. I should have picked a thinner bit of card, I think, to fold over. It's not quite how I want it. Okay, right, that would be fine. So we're having a plain side inside, and this is the way up our envelopes are going. I'm going to have to hope that they don't peek out from here. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. It's supposed to be a grungy piece anyway. Right, so that's that done. Whew, gosh, that was difficult. Next, the next thing we do is we want to cover the inside with some material, and we want to again, it's going to be about measuring. So I've got this, just this cotton napkin really. I think this is all this is. It's actually Marks and Spencer's one, and I'm going to just mark it out like this. So I'm going to draw a pencil line there and here. Like so. Gosh, now I've got to cut. You know what my cutting skills are like, and I've got to cut with my big scissors, which aren't really material scissors as such, but having said that, they're not really craft scissors, they're just ordinary household scissors I've had years. I'm going to cut it crudely round, take off the excess for now, and then we can trim it better. Keep those pieces. So it's got a hem on all the way around it, so I'll stick to the hem, top of that hem, and that's right on the hem. This is okay. So I might be better off sticking it down first and then trimming the edges afterwards, I think. Like so. Okay, that's what I think we'll do. Okay, so we can use that side as the inside because we've got pencil marks on it. So she used carpet tape and covered the whole of this with sticky double-sided carpet tape. I don't have any of that. So I'm going to use, and hope this works, I'm going to use some fabric glue. Not Beacon 3-in-1. This is actually from the works and it's fabric glue. I can get the top off. Oh gosh. It's stuck to itself. Right. And I'll take a brush just to spread it with, I think. It has got quite a good nozzle on it, like a spreading nozzle. So I'm just going to put some here and here. And then we will spread it. I found this glue to be very effective, and you know what? It was in the works in the UK. That's like a stationery slash toy slash gift shop that do have a small craft section, and it's only £2. And I thought, well, what have I got to lose? You know, I might as well give it a go, and I have found it very good. So we'll see whether it is very good for this or not. It could be a disaster, in which case we may have to get another piece of cardboard and start again. Good job I have plenty of cardboard, isn't it? Another thing that I think I'll have to stop now collecting for a bit because we have Amazon Prime, so we do buy an awful lot of Amazon goods. It's so easy, and some of them you can get the same day. You know, it's very handy. Right, okay, this is kind of, I've just put a tiny bit more over here because I can see it's already soaking in. Right, okay, let's now just lay this flat down on here and really smooth it out. Now I've got a bump. Just going around those edges and flattening them down with it folded, just so that it gives me enough room inside there, down there. Okay, well that looks like it's worked, and I've got no seepage whatsoever in here. Just going to give that a wipe. £2 from the Works, called, there it is, the Works sticker, £2, 150ml. If, however, once it's dried out, something major goes wrong, I'll let you know. You will see it in the next video. So just gonna go around that and trim off the excess. This just gives this a little bit more strength, really, I think. And we're going to sew in a signature, which is going to be those envelopes. So, and Izzybee used baker's twine. I've decided to use some string on mine. I haven't decided on the theme of this yet, but I think that would be quite good to use. Now I'm just going to see if I can, looks like I've stuck it down the way I didn't want to, which I can see the marks from the, I've got my, well, I want to say rubber. We used to call these rubbers when we were growing up, but apparently that's not a PC thing to say anymore, because it sounds like you're talking about condoms. So I'm going to be honest and open. We're all adults and say, I'm not talking about a condom. I'm talking about a pencil eraser. So you have to now call them pencil erasers. So I don't wish to offend anyone. So a little tiny bump there, but we'll probably cover that with something, no doubt, anyway. Not going to mess about with it too much. Okay, so now we want to just get rid of these fibres, otherwise they stick to everything. Now I'm going to find a bit of scrap paper that is this size, and we are going to make the signature. So let's have a look. I got some paper here. Let's use a piece out of one of my many notebooks. And it's going to be exactly the same height, so it's exactly on that line there. So like that, and I'm just going to cut a piece off with the guillotine. About there, I think. Okay, that will be good scrap paper for work. Right, So now we take this and we fold it in half lengthways, top to bottom. Then she folded it sort of halfway up again, like so. And then I think she folded it this way. I'm hoping this is right because I've never done this before. And then, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's going to be a 5-hole signature, and then we're going to fold it lengthways, like so. And then where your folds, so what I'll do is I'll just ink this so you can see what I mean. So quickly ink that just so that you can actually see on camera. And you've probably all done these so many times. I've never done a 5-hole one, only ever done 3 holes. But this is also new for me. Sorry if my head was in the way. And hopefully you are being able to see me. So now you can see where the lines intersect. That is where we're going to have our holes for our signatures. So we're just going to mark with a pencil like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll fold this over like so. We take our awl, which I should have got out sooner. Just bear with me, it's in my desk tidy, but it slips down because it's so small. Oh, I just had a drink of squash. Okay, and now we are going to find the middle of our envelopes. Make sure you've got them exactly where you want them. And we've got that one in the middle, this one down to the bottom, and I think this one can come up nearer to the top. So we've got them like that. We've got all our creases like so. You lay this down. Now you can clip this, so I'll just clip it. I'll clip the top on that side, and then keeping them in the crease, I will clip. I just actually want this back one up slightly like that. So back to pressing them down and making sure that they're all aligned. Now, I've never sewn a signature on camera, and I've never done a 5-hole one. So let's have a look and see how we get on. I'm just double checking that everything is how I want it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Double check that it still fits in here, and it does. So now we are going to make the holes. So we're just punching a hole through like so. Because we're using string, and I'm going to be using this string, the holes are quite big, so push the awl through. I have got this sponge that makes it a bit easier, but I like to make sure that the holes are actually on the spine, as it were, and not either side. So that's that one. Always a good idea to have something like a mouse mat or piece of sponge like this. Or Juliet Camellia Craft Design's got a very lovely wooden cradle that they just slot into. And yeah, and I must ask if I can have one for Christmas or birthday. Okay, so Well, I could have done this actually all together. I'm just thinking Izzybee didn't do hers all together. Now I wish I had. It would have made it a lot easier. Okay, let me see. Can I still do it? Okay, I think I can. Let's bring back the clips and we'll clip that on like so. Always, you know, no harm in just checking and double checking everything you're doing. Make sure it's exactly how you want it. So once you've done it, there's no going back. Okay, so right. Okay, so these holes, just making sure these holes are still lined up. And this one here is, now you can have four clips. I just use 2, making sure that it's all together and still looking good on the outside. Right, okay, so let's see. I get on better actually without these on. I find they get in the way. So taking mine off. Where did I put the awl? Have I put it back? I have. So I'm going through now this back cover like so. And you know you've got the right hole because you can feel the awl going in through that original hole you made in your envelopes. If you don't feel it, then you need to just keep adjusting. Okay, so that's that one. So that should make that one line up there. Right, okay. Let's just put the clip on for a minute. So I've already made a bit of a hash of it now. So let's move slightly. So I just need to put that last hole in. So if I go through these like this, being very careful not to pierce. So the reason we're doing 5 is to capture all of these envelopes. Let's just put those together like that. Okay. Okay, so that one's there. Okay, so now I've got it lined up again. And there we go. Right. Gosh. Okay, I'm not very good at saying signatures, I have to say, which is why I probably prefer to do it off camera, because you know, I don't know, when I'm on camera I do seem to make a hash of things. I just put that there, put that back, and we're going to, now we have to make sure we're going to use this as a closure as well. So just untangle it. How that's got all tangled up like that. The fairies obviously came in and did it. Mischievous fairies. Right, so we want quite a bit. So we want enough for here. So I usually do about 3, but then we want enough to go round the book. So I'm going to cut quite a long length. Okay. And hope that I can thread this needle. Now it's got a big eye, so it should be okay. Okay, right. Now we want the threads on the outside. So so we want threads on the outside, so we're going from the outside through to the middle. Just checking my notes. I know you all think I'm strange. Gosh, this is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Just go through this way out, so I've got that run, and then that's it. So you see what I mean about having big enough holes. Gosh, let me just make a bigger hole. Let's go that way in, like that. I can see right through that, so that must be big enough. So we want to leave enough to do the signature with, but also enough to have as a closure. So we're going through there, and then so we went from the outside to the front. I'm just checking my notes because I've never done a 5. So I've written down outside through to the middle hole and leave a good length, then go through the next hole up, which is this one here, okay. Again, once again, I'm going to guide my needle through that way so that I can easily find it. I think I'm going to have to make bigger holes with it all around. So we'll go from the back through. I obviously didn't make them big enough. And the reason I'm going from the back through to the outside through to the inside is because it stops making these pieces sort of come out really. Like that's this cardboard. Okay. Go from the inside through, then this cardboard's already sort of perishing a bit. Right, so we're going from this one back through to the one above it, and then we're going through this one, if you keep it bent it does help. Up, so we've got that there, then we go back through, down again. So then we're going back through this one. Make sure you don't go through this string. So when you come up through here, you want to move the string aside, because otherwise you'll split it. Okay, and then we're going through here, back through the middle to the outside, like so, and we're coming up through the middle again. Hold that out of the way, so we're going back up through the middle, avoiding that string. Okay, so I think maybe I've got it caught on it. Okay, that's it. Oh no, I've come back up through the same hole. Right, back through there, then we're going So then where did we go? So then we went this way. We must have gone this way. Oh dear. Not to do on camera. Then we're going to go through there. The bottom one, like so. Okay. I think this is right. Oh. Okay. Right. Then we're going to go through this one above it. Again, do not try to avoid your string position. So there. Whew. And then back through the middle, because then we want the I'm sorry, I'm getting excited now. We want to go through the middle. I bet we're having a really good laugh. Well, even if I make someone laugh, it'll be a good thing, I think. Okay. If I make one person laugh today, I don't mind. Right. How come I've got one string on the inside? And one out here? I don't understand. We don't want one on the inside, so I'm going to have to thread that piece. So I have done something wrong. Surprise, surprise. I write these notes down and then I can't understand what I've said. I've got to try, if I push this through this hole, so I'm going to go under here because I've done something wrong. So otherwise if I push it through now, it's going to unravel, isn't it? Something's gone wrong somewhere along the lines. Okay. So, okay, take that clip off because it's annoying me now. Okay, so don't follow mine. I would suggest, I'm going to link Izzy's her video below. So she then threaded this one under here. I can't even do that properly, like so. Take the needle off and we're going to make a knot it. We're going to knot it a couple of times like that. I can see that all my stitches are tight enough. I don't want to make them too tight because I don't think this cardboard's very robust. So now we've got our closure. So what we can do is we can wrap that round like that, leave this one because it's the shorter side, and we can just check that we've got enough. And she said the best thing is not to tie it on the end, but sort of tie it around about here, like so. So I've got a frayed bit there. So let me see, let me move it along a bit. Have a smaller bow, I think, like so. Okay, right, and then we can just cut that excess off like that. The material's frayed. I am not throwing that string away. Okay, that's it, we've done it. So we have, open it up. I can't believe I did that. Open it up and we have our signature. So we have envelopes all like this, like so, and that's the back. And just give them a press down, they're fine. I usually do that with a journal as well when I make a signature. I'm so used to doing the 3 holes. So you can see the material does add to the strength of that cardboard, but it is fraying, so but it is then supposed to be grungy. So we have an unusual I mean, if I wanted to, I could just have a single closure like this and not wrap it around and have it like this. We'll decide when we finish it what we want to do. So for now, we're going to wrap it round and have it like this. Like so. There. And that's the end of the first episode. I'm sorry, I've got the giggles now because I just think I'm such an idiot, honestly. Anyway, I shall have to put something down there eventually. I'm sure we will be doing that. That's me for today. And this is our new series, our junk mail journal. And hold your breath for episode 2. You never know what you're going to find with me. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me if you did. Thanks for having a laugh, because I laugh at myself, so I don't mind anyone else laughing at me. And keep safe, take care, and I'll put this up tomorrow, which will be Sunday. I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.